How much do you know about K-food? How much hanshik have you eaten?
We invite you into the world of Korean food, of course including the history and culture of it.
We'll introduce trendy foods, sometimes famous restaurants on Dish of the Day with
Chef Ryan Phillips.
That's right, it is a Tuesday. Ryan's in the studio, clicking his fingers, looking nice and green, like I am today. We're a green forest, according to Siska. How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
You're wearing your Brazil shirt. Unfortunately, they got eliminated
They're
in the
out.
round of 16.
They're out, and Miguk is out.
They also got eliminated in the round of 16.
And Peter is glowing.
I am in the semi-finals. Me personally, I'm taking on Messi on Thursday morning.
Your true colors are showing through.
Yeah, well, if Korea had got here, I'd be equally happy. Maybe for England, I'm slightly more happy. I will say that.
I think so.
Although I was very happy back in 2002 where Korea got to the semi-finals.
Yeah,
I was here, and Brazil actually won that year. It's the last time they won with the real Ronaldo, not the Cristiano one.
Right. Yeah.
Are you watching it still, right? Because you sent me a congratulations message when we got through.
I'm paying
Thank you.
attention.
Okay.
I'm not necessarily watching, but yeah, it's more exciting to me this time than the past few, I think, somehow. I'm not sure why.
Because here in Korea, I think the atmosphere is a little less exciting because Korea did so badly this time. And then you were telling me your Brazilian friends are not so into it, but it's you that's more into it than everyone else. That's interesting.
I don't know. I'm just paying attention more this time. Yeah, we'll see. Now it's a little less exciting for me, though.
Okay, because all the teams that you've got affinities to.
Yeah, a little bit. But still, no.
England, Argentina, that's going to be a great game. We hate each other with a passion. So we're looking forward to that. I'm more excited because we haven't been to many semi-finals. In living memory, this is the second, although I was live for 1990. I don't remember that. And in total, we've only been to 4 semi-finals as a inventor of football. That's quite shameful.
Man. This is huge. I might have to be rooting for you guys.
Please do, because Argentina apparently have never lost a World Cup semi-final. Yeah. So that's quite a daunting record. We'll do it. We'll be all right. Today's hashtag is trecho, or like a first. Are there any firsts that you remember, Ryan, with fondness or maybe with nervousness? Maybe your first footsteps in career or your first football match, maybe watching at a stadium?
Well, we're always talking about food that I love so much, so I'm going to go ahead and mention one that I don't.
Oh, nice.
I remember it was a cold winter day.
Okay.
And I was in that Yongsan electronics market for the very first time.
Yeah.
And I think I'd probably been out partying probably too late the night before. So I was a little queasy.
Yes.
And it was in the morning. We went to go shop for video games or something. I don't know. Uh-huh. And this woman lifted up the lid on the bondegi.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was being sold there.
Yeah, so the silkworm larvae, it's not a real common street food, but back in the day, I guess it was a little
more common,
18, 19
you can still find it.
Yeah. Well, the lid lifted right next to me, and I got this giant waft of silkworm larvae steam in my face. And it was the first time I'd seen, smelled that.
It's unique, right?
And maybe that's why that's the only Korean food that I'm still not real hip to. Will you eat those?
I will, for like broadcast purposes, where they're like, give the foreigner the silkworm larvae. Many Koreans don't eat either.
In the tongue, I can do it.
Yeah, if it's in the soup,
It seemed like last year I had someone, I was like, hey, this actually ain't that bad. For the first time, it was in a soup.
Okay.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, because then it's just like some extra insect protein.
Because I still try them, but the first time, I was like, whoa.
It's not easy. And that scent, it's not like overpowering, but it's just some kind of low-level, dislike.
Eating them, yeah. The waft was definitely overpowering. That steam hit me in the face, already queasy.
Not a good combo. Well, today I wonder if this could be seen as a dish to settle the stomach after a night of drinking. Perhaps not. I don't think it's famous for that. But this has gone viral on social media. A writer sent in one of the clips that has done the rounds of a mukbang, eating in front of the camera.
I've seen this one.
Of a young, beautiful-looking Korean girl with a massive bowl in front of her filled with ice and today's dish. So what are we talking about?
All right. So when our writer first told me about this, I was like, okay. Because, guys, it's a donut cut up into soy milk. And she sent this clip to me, and I was like, all right. But then I started looking more into it, and there are tons and tons of people doing these mukbangs online. So we gotta give it some attention. I have never tried this. Peter has never tried this.
No way.
We're gonna give it an honest go today.
Yeah.
I brought in some soy milk that I did doctor up a little bit with some cashew and walnut. Blended it in.
Oh, nice.
I've also brought some Brazilian peanut powder that I got at the Kintex this year. And we have the Kkwaebegi, which is the most classic donut used in this.
Yeah.
And it is about a 1-to-5 ratio of the 찹쌀가루, or the glutinous rice flour.
The nice sticky one.
To bread flour. And real simple fried bread donut that's then tossed in sugar.
Yeah.
And then sometimes people use the 찹쌀 donut, which often has like a red bean filling.
Yes, you can do that.
And they'll cut those into. I didn't bring any of those today because this is the more famous one that everybody's doing, so we're going to try it that way.
Yeah, and I mentioned it earlier. This was inspired again by Chinese cuisine, just like the butter duck, right? And so it seems like these days, my wife felt as well when I was having a chat with her about this dish, that there's more influence from Chinese cuisine in Korea, like the tanghuru from a few years ago, the sugared fruits. And it seems like we're much more open to that. So I believe there is something very similar to this in China for almost like a breakfast cereal.
Yeah, have you seen those long fried Chinese breads?
No.
How is it pronounced? I've forgotten how it's
Well, there's a name for them. They're not the same as these donuts, quite.
No. There's a name. I'll have to look it up. But in China, there's a long fried bread. And it's not sweet.
Okay. It's not sugar-coated or anything.
There are these Chinese shops near me, and I'll go in there on the weekends in the mornings or something, and they've always got piles and piles.
Oh, wow.
And they're relatively cheap. Yeah. And that is the one that has been used in China for many, many years.
Okay.
Dipped in soy milk for a simple breakfast.
Oh,
kind of like cookies and milk or churros and chocolate.
So you're just dipping it in that case, whereas the Korean trend at the moment is like pouring it in like cereal.
Yeah. And I'm
covering
wondering
it in the milk.
I'm wondering like what level, like, because cereal, do you like it real crunchy? Do you like it when it gets a little bit soggy?
I gotta have
Nobody
crunch.
wants it really soggy.
No,
right?
surely, right?
No.
And some people go as far as to pour in the milk first and then the cereal on top. I don't agree with that, because you've got to cover the cereal in milk even for a second. But my daughter puts the milk in first. Yeah, I love cereal so much. But I'm trying to be good and have adult cereal like granola, which is not as fun. Not as fun at all.
No, where's the sugar? Where's the sugar?
Exactly. So today in Korean, this is known as Kkongmul Kkwaebegi.
Yeah.
So I was a bit confused because soy milk in Korean, we call that duyu, right?
Yeah.
And so Kkongmul literally is bean water, right? Yeah. And that sounds a bit odd. Apparently they're pretty similar, but you might distinguish it as duyu is what you'll get in the packs that has been completely taken away from the pulp side of things. So it's very smooth. Whereas Kkongmul is often the homemade stuff that you might find, which might have some of the pulp as well after you've boiled the beans. But it's all from soybean, usually.
Right. And I'll tell you guys how to make your own soy milk too if you want to go real A to Z on this.
Yeah, that sounds good. So if we get for you guys on the video stream just quickly, because we're going to all mix it together a bit later. This is the Kkwaebegi, right?
Yeah, and real old school style. Yeah. Sometimes they're a little prettier than that.
These days, but this does look like from the 80s and 90s from a market, right?
Yeah.
I love it. So it's got the sugar on there. It's not overcoated, because these days also there's so much sugar. It's like a waste because it's all in the bottom of the bag. Yeah. And then this that you've brought in our show, you said it's soy milk.
Soy milk blended with cashews and walnuts, just to give it a little bit more.
Wow.
Just playing. And then again, we've got the peanut powder to throw on top if we want to. But first, we'll try it just classic way. I've also got some ice, some crushed ice, so we can do it just like the folks are doing on social media these days.
So if you just blend nuts. You can just put it in there and it's not all bitty, or you've like squeezed them out or
just strain
something?
it out. Just run
okay.
it through a fine mesh strainer.
Fantastic. And then you've also bought in what is not common, I believe, in Korea, but this is peanut powder.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was gifted to me by a vendor who was, attempting to make deals to import Brazilian peanut products into Korea.
Lovely.
And yeah.
We do have peanuts in here, monkey nuts as well, in the shells, but in the UK, they are by far the most common nut you'll find. But I don't feel that way in Korea. Like, I don't feel like peanuts are everywhere.
A lot of farmers grow them around me. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they grow real well here.
Nice. Okay. In part 2, we'll make it in the studio. We'll eat it as well and give you our honest first ever #Chetrol opinion of soggy donuts. That sounds delicious, doesn't it? We'll be back after Chiho of Twice and Shensie and Fandom's Distant Lover. Illis saying, OMG, I'm craving kkwaebegi now. Yeah, these twisted donuts, they can get addictive as well. They do kind of taste like the ring donuts from when I was young. They're just in a different kind of shape, and also they didn't have 찹쌀 in, of course, so they weren't as chewy. It's part 2 dish of the day. Ryan's here for today. Kkongmul Kkwaebegi, so soy milk with these twisted donuts cut up and put inside. Leon sent in this from Singapore saying these are the classic dough fritters Singaporean Chinese have for breakfast as well. We do pair it with soy milk, and there's even a song by a Singaporean Chinese singer about this pairing. Oh, nice.
Yeah, that top left one is
I've seen that.
Utao.
Yeah, okay. And yeah, I've seen that where it's not covered in sugar, but again, it's been deep fried, so it's oily deliciousness. So we're going to cut it up here as we do in the dish of the day.
Let's just have a little...
Let's try it, let's try it without the soy milk, right? Here you go. You can see it's quite fluffy inside, but it's also got the chew that you can't actually see on there. Oh, yeah, it tastes like a donut, right? Like a lovely donut that you'd have anywhere in the world. I can imagine these are going to pair quite well with milk, like if I was having cereal. But I don't know about the soy milk. Like, that's another
step. It's a pretty good donut.
It's really nice. It's got lots of layers
like
inside.
Old school, and it's 20% 찹쌀가루 or glutinous rice flour, so you get just a little bit extra kind of chew to it.
Yeah.
Rather than those, those modern donuts where it's like almost all air. It almost just like melts in your mouth.
Too much, yeah. I don't like that.
This actually...
You want some weight to it, absolutely. Pete's saying, Mashiketa, it looks tasty. You go ahead and start preparing. So watch on the video stream. We'll pour it in this bowl like that.
You want to do one for each of us? No?
Yeah, sure. Or you can make a big one there and maybe I'll put a spoon into mine.
We can do that.
That sounds good. You brought ice as well.
I did.
Which is common on social media. Siska says, it sounds so good for a breakfast. I love donuts and milk. Not room temperature water, though. It has to be cold. And kkwaebegi is delicious. Jun says, I'm going to get this tomorrow for breakfast. There are various types of dough fritters. Some are sweet and some savoury. Oh, is that what you call them in some parts of Southeast Asia then? Dough fritters. I guess fritter meaning to fry as well.
More honest name.
Yeah, they're not nuts at all, are they? And here we go with the soy milk.
Oh, soy milk smells good.
You can see that it's a different colour. It's not milk, right? It's not white. It's a bit browny grey, you could call it, right?
Yeah, if you ever wanted to make your own soy milk,
yeah,
you go get your soybeans and you soak them overnight.
Okay.
All right. And then you're going to blend them. Okay. And then
you've just left them out of room temperature?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to blend them, and then strain them.
Okay. And that's it?
And then you'll have a pretty raw soybean flavor.
Okay.
So you can bring that up to a boil
to
get rid of that raw soybean flavor, and then strain again, and then you've got soy milk. And then a lot of soy milks you buy at the store, they have some salt or some sugar added.
Are we going to put some ice in there to make it a bit cooler?
Let's
please?
do it.
Here in Korea, we love ice in things and things being frozen. Like even snacks, we'll put chocolate in the freezer, chocolate pies in the freezer and stuff like that. We love things to their extremes. Like the soups are boiling hot on the other end as well. So here we go. Look at that. That looks pretty cool. That looks presentable for a summer snack, right? So I'm guessing one of the reasons this is trending, because it's the summertime. You put putting ice in there.
Yeah.
And our writer said it's all part of the halmennial trend. So hal for halmeny or grandma, because soybeans and the Kkwaebegi are kind of, they are associated with the older generation. But then millennials, the youngsters, are loving it as well. So that is perfect.
I think it's an excuse to have some donuts.
Just to feel better about yourself.
Feel better about having some donuts.
Okay, I'm going to take a little bit, and you dig in as well, Rye.
Yeah, man, take however much you want.
Oh, wow, look at that. Okay. All right.
They haven't had a chance to get real soggy yet.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Look at you making a mess.
Sorry.
God,
So I'll put it in there. Okay.
All right.
Look at that. Let's give this a try then. It looks good.
First time for everything.
It almost looks like a fish cake, right? Like an armug. If you see there, all the soybean milk has got inside. What do we think, right? Your eyes have gone up, your eyebrows, so you're surprised.
Yeah.
What is not good about this?
It's actually...
Describe it to me. Okay, it smells like regular soy milk. Okay.
It's actually pretty good.
There's nothing wrong with that at all. And because it's like a donut, not cereal, it soaks up the milk. So when you chew into it, the milk like comes out. I like it. That's not bad, is it?
It's not bad at all.
That's lovely. I can see why this is trending.
So weird. Okay.
Donuts in soy milk.
I'm not a huge fan of like a ton of sugar, so it kind of balances with the soy milk and the donut.
Right, because here in Korea, I mentioned the main ingredient today was something that was a main ingredient last year that I couldn't eat, remember? The soybean noodles, the soy milk noodles, the kkongmul. I couldn't stomach that. But this,
you hated it.
This with the sugar and the donut in it is totally, I would say that's delicious. I love that. That's really good.
Fried bread is good.
Yeah, and dipped in milk. So like you said, in China, they're dipping it. They're not like dunking it.
Yeah,
so
traditionally.
If you don't like it as soggy, you could do that instead with the Kkwaebegi. But I think this works so well. Because with kkongmul, there are two schools of thought, aren't there? Some people who put salt in, but some people who put sugar in.
Right.
And so this is just putting sugar in.
Most people do salt. But
I like that. And you've tried it with the peanuts in there. Peanut powder. Does that work as well? Does that make it more like nutty and savory?
Oh, that's pretty good.
This works.
Now it's getting to be like a kid's breakfast cereal.
Oh, really? With the peanut powder. But as we said, you know, your thought is maybe this is an excuse to just eat donuts, right? But it's more healthy than eating just donuts, right? Soy milk, surely, no?
Yeah, but you could also,
not eat the donuts.
You just have like a glass of soy milk with your
on the
donut.
side. That is true. You could just do that. But I love this combination. Look at it as well
Peter's
for social
going for
media.
more.
I'm going to put on some of the peanut butter. It looks like indomie, but it's not indomie. This is peanut powder. And then give it a try.
I got to give it a tip of the hat, though, because to be completely honest, when I first saw these videos of people doing that, I was like, you got to be kidding me.
You're like, what's going on, right?
You got to be kidding me. But this is actually pretty good.
It really works. It really works. I'm not a massive fan of soybean milk. I don't mind the gomengkong to you, the black bean one, because that has some more flavour to it. It's a bit more savoury and nutty.
Yeah.
But this, because you've added some other nuts as well, like you said, cashew nuts and whatnot. And I assume if you don't like tuyu or soy milk, you could do it with almond milk. You could do it with You could do it with regular milk, of course, but it's probably more calories and not quite as healthy. Oh, but that's not bad at all. I love it.
Wow. I sit corrected.
With the peanut powder as well, it's got even more nuttiness. So I'm loving that. And part of the appeal for this with the mukbangs is, and excuse me for eating on air, but it is also the ASMR, because when you're crunching into it, let me give you one. I apologise if you don't like the sound of just sogginess, but here we go. One sec. That is the ASMR that's trending on social media as well.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. If you're of an older generation, you're probably thinking that's rude.
Right,
but if you're of the younger millennials, that's the norm, right? That's enticing you to eat it. The girl that we're watching online, she's got the soy water around her mouth, like dripping down.
And that's the first one I saw. I was like, oh my gosh, what are we doing?
But then also, I'm guessing the leftover soy milk will just taste nicer because it's got all the sugar and stuff in it now. So if you drink that down,
when I saw the size of the pieces of donuts she's got in that, I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
The bowl is massive. It's like a salad bowl, isn't it?
Oh my god! And then the pieces of donut are like golf ball size.
Yeah.
I was like, "What in the world?" But now I get it, because when they soak up, like you said earlier, they kind of like, it soaks up and then you bite into it and then it squirts back out.
Yeah, that's the fun part of this.
It's kind of fun, yeah.
Yeah, and it's got to be like cereal. Like, you couldn't leave it in there for hours or anything, because it would just disintegrate and be completely soggy and disgusting. And apparently, we have had in the past Daegu-style Kkongmul, so soy milk soup. That's a specialty of the Daegu region. And there has been a late-night food culture of cutting up glutinous rice donuts or fried dough strips, putting them into warm soy milk in that case. But this reinterpretation,
winter,
making
maybe.
it cold, sounds good. You're right. In the wintertime, maybe that would be nice, like a warm porridge or something like that. And they do say there is now the two schools of thoughts, just like with tangsuyuk or our sweet and sour pork. Jingmok, should you just dip it in, or pumok, should you pour the milk over like this? I'm all for this. I thought before we did this, I'd way prefer just dipping it in. But cutting it up like this and putting it in, then it's like more of a meal than a kind of snack or something. I think that's good. That's delicious. It's won me over as well. Right, if people wanted to make the kkwaebegi now, is that really tricky? Or is that doable at home?
Well, it is. I mean, you're gonna be in the kitchen for at least a couple hours.
Oh, really?
But it doesn't take a lot of ingredients. I mean, it's kind of fun,
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a yeast dough, so you've got some rise time in there.
Okay.
You've got some bread flour, some glutinous rice flour, some yeast. You can use milk, or you can use water and milk powder. Some folks do it that way.
Yeah.
A little bit of sugar, a little bit of salt. And you got to knead that dough. If you don't have a dough mixer, you really got to knead it and get it super smooth.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the work part.
That is
but you're gonna get a little exercise,
Okay.
And then let it sit in a warm place for about an hour and rise. Then you're going to separate it out into your donut-sized portions, right?
Yeah.
And then you roll it into. Man, these things are so tiny. Okay, so you see this?
Yeah.
Like that. Right now is like
the size of your hand.
2 or 3 centimeters in diameter. If you could undo the twist, right? Okay, when you're rolling them though, when they're not cooked, it's only like a centimeter thick.
Oh wow.
Maybe just maybe a little bit over a centimeter thick. It's just like a little log.
Yeah.
And then there's a cool trick that you can do.
Because you've got to twist these. That's why they're called twisted donuts, right?
Yeah, and if you're just making a few of them, you can just do it yourself.
Yeah, like literally just twist them.
Right. But when you're making hundreds of these,
what's the trick?
You get this cool trick thing going where you, after you've rolled it all and it's evenly about 1 centimeter thick and about 25 centimeters long or so, then you have one hand go down and one hand go up.
Ah, the opposite direction.
And create a little bit of tension.
Okay.
And then quickly... You got to be quick, but you got to grab the ends.
Yeah.
And if you lift up, grabbing those ends, it's going to spin around itself.
And just make itself into a twisted... Oh, that's clever.
Yeah, and then you're trying to get 2.5 or 3 spins, you know. And then you've got that. You got to let that sit down, though, and you got to cover it.
Oh, really?
And let it rise again.
Oh, why?
Yeah. Otherwise, it'll be too dense. So you won't get this big
throw
puff.
it straight into the oil then.
No, you can't. So it's got to rise again. And I guess if you're doing this at home, the best way would be, turn your light on in the oven. Don't turn the oven on.
Yeah.
Turn the light on just for a little bit of warmth.
Yeah.
And put them in there for about 30 minutes. They'll rise, and then you can drop them into oil. It's got to be pretty darn hot, about 180 degrees centigrade.
Yeah.
And just go until golden brown. It's going to be about 1.5 minutes on each side or so.
Wow. And then you take them out, dry them off, and maybe sprinkle on some sugar.
Take them out, usually put them on a rack for a little bit, and then straight into the sugar.
Oh, That sounds good. It does sound like a lot of time-consuming work, though, doesn't it? And these are relatively reasonably priced. Even at the chain bakeries, you can find them. But these market ones, these are good.
I think it was 3 for 2001.
Wow, that is cheap, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll be back in part 3 with What's in Your Fridge. Look forward to that after this track from Red Velvet, Sweet Dreams. And we are back for part 3, Dish of the Day with Chef Ryan. We were doing the Kkongmul Kkwaebegi. Literally means like bean water twisted donuts, but we'll just call it cut up donuts, sugary donuts in soy milk. Yeah, and it tasted good.
It was really
totally
good.
On board. I'm going to do that really with the kiddos
Soggy
this
donuts,
week.
Soggy donuts, 2 thumbs up.
Absolutely. If you've only dipped before, because many of our Southeast Asian listeners were saying, we dip it, we don't let the donut swim. Try letting them swim. Let them fly.
If you've got a good old school style donut, I would definitely say it. And those Chinese ones, I've had those. They're very similar to these.
Yeah.
They've got some chew to them, but they have some air in there, some pockets to where kind of like a brioche, kind of like a beignet.
That might work in there as well. But I definitely think the sweetness helps for sure. Ing has sent in this photo saying, in Malaysia, we've got something similar. We call it yao jia. Yao Jia Guai, which translates to the oil-fried ghost. Legend has it was meant to represent a treacherous Song dynasty politician and his wife who caused the death of a beloved general. My parents like dipping it into coffee instead, while I like it just as it is, or in porridge you can have it too.
Okay, now, a hot latte was that?
Yeah, I could see it work in a coffee for sure. And you said we also call it soy water and soy milk as well. Yeah, and so there's not a massive difference with soy water, kkongmul, and tuyu, the soy milk. But strictly speaking, it would mean like bean water today, which doesn't sound that appetizing. We also have some What's in Your Fridge. So do you want to start off with House Reno?
Absolutely, yeah. House Reno said that he did try. Remember the orange basil idea that I gave him?
Yes.
Was that a couple weeks ago, maybe?
Yeah.
He says he must have messed it up. But I'll tell you, when I first started trying to perfect that recipe, I always wanted to put in too much OJ, too much orange juice.
Okay.
Heavy cream is essential. And then I would say it's kind of like a 4 or 5 to 1. 4 or 5 parts heavy cream to 1 part orange juice. And just a regular old orange juice, pulp-free, is great. It doesn't have to be anything fancy or even, I originally tried using real orange juice, like freshly squeezed, and it didn't work. It didn't have the right flavor.
Okay.
And then you could throw in your dried basil at any time in there. So try that one again. Don't give up. But today, House Reno has carrots, potato, meat, and rice. We've got 4 ingredients to play with.
Nice and basic.
I'll tell you, House Reno, what's been on my mind lately a lot is food from Laos. And in Laos, there is a dish where they take rice and other leftover ingredients and make them into a ball and deep fry them. But then check this out. I've never seen this anywhere before. They then crunch that up. Okay, break up that fried rice ball. So you've got really crispy fried rice and maybe there's some meat in there, some vegetables in there. Crunch that up and then add in some other ingredients like maybe a pickled sausage, like a really sour pork kind of sausage thing.
Interesting.
Lime juice, of course, is going over that. You might throw some chilies in there too.
Wow.
Maybe lemongrass, kaffir lime. Anyway, so you end up turning a fried rice ball into kind of a salad.
Oh, nice.
All right. Have you ever heard of anything? See,
No.
I've never heard of anything like that.
They have those fried kind of risotto balls in Italian
Exactly.
cuisine, right? But you don't crunch those up.
No, you don't.
That's
And so, since you mentioned carrot, potatoes, meat, and rice, you might take a look at some of those recipes from Laos with a fried rice crumbled salad. All right, because you could take your cooked rice. I'm not sure what kind of meat this is, but I would definitely chop it up into little pieces. Same with the potato and the carrots, and make little rice balls. Fry them, and then if you get them nice and crispy on the outside, then crumble them up, and imagine putting a little lime and salt on that. Doesn't sound too bad, and it's interesting. It's different.
Go for different. Jun says, can I ask Chef Ryan how to make a good gochujang spaghetti? I've been enjoying them and tried to make my own, but the sauce doesn't turn out well. gochujang into a pasta sauce. That doesn't sound like it will simply happen. If you mixed it with milk or something like that, would that go wrong? I don't know. Is there a way to make that nice? Gochujang.
Well, I don't know how far you want to go Korean on it. You know, you could easily do follow just about any bolognese recipe, but wherever it calls for tomato paste, instead use gochujang and use it exactly the way they describe using the tomato paste.
It's a similar consistency, isn't it?
Right, and in any of those bolognese recipes, they're going to mention frying the tomato paste. Well, do the same thing with the gochujang. You know, fry it up a little bit to get those flavors to kind of caramelize and change a little bit, and it'll make that depth sing through your other ingredients of the bolognese, like meat and carrot and onion and celery.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like gochujang spaghetti. It's not one that I've got. I don't think it's too common in Korea as a fusion. We more have the rosé. Like that's a thing where we've got the gochujang in the cream sauce, right? Not the rosé pasta that you get in the West. It is different to that. Siska says, all I've got again, milk, eggs, papaya, pear, melon. So is it just a fruit bingsu, Ryan? She's not expecting anything from you.
Yes, but go out and get some fried bread and throw it in there too.
Do that. Yeah, with the milk, the fruit, and whatnot. Fruit in this as well might work.
Sure, why not?
And Jun says, so some Singaporeans pair the donuts with the black coffee, dipping it in that, like our other message from Ing. And is it sweetened or unsweetened soy milk that you guys are using? I think it needs to be sweet.
A little bit sweetened, yeah.
Yeah.
Just a tad.
But even if not, because you've got the sugary donuts, that's going to sweeten it up, right?
Yeah. I think that's personal preference. You know, what I really liked was how the sweetness of the donut got balanced out.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like a ton of sugar personally, so having the balance of the soy milk made it very palatable for me, really.
And then Silily Serious with a final message says, let's try to stuff kkwaebegi with something delicious like bulgogi. Then it could have a sweet, savoury flavour. We do have the korokke, right? Yeah. Croquettes that are along the similar lines. They're not sweet, though.
They're devilishly good. Yeah. I mean, it's fried bread with meat and cheese fillings, all kinds of fillings.
Yeah, sometimes you have the japchae, the glass noodles.
I've seen in Myeongdong this little stand with a line down the street and around the corner. Yeah. And then there's another person doing the exact same thing next to him and no line whatsoever.
Yeah, if there's a popular place, Koreans will shun the other place, even if it means they wait an hour or something. Thank you for your questions, your suggestions. Rai, thank you for introducing this to me. I love it. I am on board.
Well, thanks to the writers. Did you know about this even?
Not at all.
Okay,
no.
I feel a little bit better.
It's all right, yeah. We're not 20 and on social media all the time. We will see you again next Tuesday, right?
See you then, brother.
Here is a track to take him out. It's Yusungu with All I Have For You Is Love. Negen, 오직 사랑뿐이라는 걸.